All right, Matt, UFC 247 coming at us live February 8th from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Matt, our co-main event is a great one because you have a title fight. You have a title fight at 125 pounds, which is a division where we've seen this champ become incredibly active, which is always great to see out of a champion like Valentina Shevchenko. And she's taking on an opponent who's been there and done that at 125 pounds for some time, and Katlyn Chookagian. And listen, the blonde fighter in her pro and amateur career, she has 13 pro wins, 7 amateur wins, and her only losses, 2 of them as a pro, are to Liz Carmouche and an eventual title challenger, both of them, Jessica Eye, both of them by split decision. And in that Eye fight, while it was very close, Eye eventually, like I said, got the title shot. Chookagian had to get another 2 wins before she gets the shot. But really, a very winning career. I mean, she's really put together a lot of decent performances.
And she has a win over who's likely to be the next number 1 contender in Arena Aldana, up a weight class. So, of course, she's had a really good career. The problem is, Katlyn Chookagian does not finish fights at all. Most of her wins are either by split or unanimous decision, and that's where losses come from too. And when you play that game, that's always a chance, because she's not a power puncher. She's very volume-oriented, but I don't know how to say this in a nice way, but she just throws a lot of strikes. She doesn't land a lot of them, but she always makes a noise no matter what, and that can influence the judges positively or negatively. And this fight, she can't win with her style. Unless we see a completely reformed Katlyn Chookagian, you just have to look at what she does well. She's a good point fighter. She's not really, she doesn't go for takedowns at all. She's good at defending them, though, and she likes to keep the fight at range, and it's a lot of, move, and then that again. And no shame, because she has had a very successful career, but you're not going to beat a woman like Valentina Shevchenko with that kind of a style.
So 2 stats that play into what you just said. Katlyn Chookagian, her average fight time in the UFC is 15 minutes because she either has won or lost by decision. And then you talk about it as far as the striking's concerned, as far as the volume's concerned. She strikes at a 32% clip compared to Valentina Shevchenko's 49%. And as far as the fight time is concerned, Valentina Shevchenko likes to go it a little bit longer. She has an average fight time in the UFC of 17 minutes and 9 seconds because, again, she's the champ and she's fighting in these 5-round fights quite often. And even in the Nunes fights, yeah, maybe you don't win them, but still, and maybe you do, but still, they go past the 15 minutes. And it's very telling. This is a division where, personally, and I'm going to tip my hand a little bit, but I see Valentina Shevchenko being a champ until everybody catches up. It's kind of that Ronda Rousey situation where you got to wait for everybody to catch up, and then finally somebody comes in and gets a win. But I think Valentina Shevchenko is more well-equipped to bounce back off a loss, and we've seen her do it too. Matt, in this fight, I mean, it's tough because you look at the odds. Valentina Shevchenko, a minus 1,100 favorite. Katlyn Chookagian plus 675. Over on Tapology, out of 737 votes, 98% are going with Valentina Shevchenko. Of that 52% by decision, there's a lot of them splitting them up. It's either going to be basically by decision or by knockout or TKO for Valentina Shevchenko. How do you see this fight going down?
This is going to be the worst fight of the night. And not due to the fact that either woman's not extremely talented. They don't play into each other. Okay, hear me out. They both like to fight at range, and neither one's a big power puncher. I know Shevchenko has had knockouts in the past. Most of Shevchenko's fights aren't that exciting. Like, we need to stop with... It's not. Like, it's not an argument, though. All of her fights are either decisions or super one-sided. There's no in between. So she's either going to do one of 2 things. She's going to go out there, ragdoll Katlyn Chookagian to the ground, get on top of her, elbow her a lot, and then choke her out. Or it's going to be a really boring point fight between 2 people because Chookagian doesn't engage enough for this to be an exciting fight. Every time Valentina goes forward, Chookagian's not going to stay there and throw shots with her. Chookagian's going to throw a jab and move away. And there's not going to be that brawl that would maybe turn this into an exciting one. It's going to be a lot of Valentina chasing Katlyn, and Katlyn doesn't really have the power to dissuade her from just moving forward constantly.
Yeah, you could really liken this to a couple of fights ago when Valentina Shevchenko fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk, but it's different because Joanna would at least engage and push forward. And really, if you're a fighter like that, you bring the best out of Valentina Shevchenko.
And I don't think Joanna actually got enough credit in that fight for doing as well as she did. Like, she rocked Shevchenko with a head kick in the 3rd round, and that's something that no one's been able to do. And it was just brief. She just kind of stunned her with it. But I feel like we have to give Joanna a lot of credit for that performance. And it also kind of shows, I don't think Shevchenko's this, like, unstoppable assassin like a lot of people do. She's good, and she's going to win, but I feel like a lot of her wins are just due to the style that she employs. She's good at not getting hit, getting takedowns, and not getting tired. Those aren't really things that you do all that well. They're just 3 things you do better than everyone else. So she's going to be champion, like you said, for a long time. Unless Nunes can somehow make 125 or...
Triple champ.
Yeah, or something catastrophic happens. Shevchenko's going to hold on to that belt for a long time. Like you said, I think Shevchenko is probably going to win by finish. I hope so, for it to be an exciting fight. There's a very big likelihood, though, she's going to win a unanimous decision, winning every single round. I don't see this being a great fight, unfortunately. Complete opposite opinion about the actual main event. So hopefully we get something good, but I just don't see it happening.
Matt was so excited he went past the 5-minute time limit. I'm going to go with Valentina Shevchenko as well.
Really?
I think she's going to be able to get it done by decision. I think it's going to be a little bit more entertaining than you might say, but Matt, we're looking forward to it nonetheless. And listen, UFC 247, great card. 5-minute prediction for a co-main. 5-minute prediction for our main event. You got 2 minutes for all the other fights. You're not going to want to miss them. Over there are UFC 247 predictions for Fight Night Picks, Matt, on YouTube. Let's get into it.